Hello, fellow EMS Academy instructors. I thought it might be helpful if I share with you the new BLS testing scenarios and how I built them for the upcoming Friday testing. So here's you can see my cursor over here. Here's the uni program. I'm going to open this up. And the profile, go to Code Blue Adult, is EMS Academy Adult BLS testing scenarios. Kind of obvious. So now you're going to see here that I don't have a mannequin here. So you'll see a little warning once this loads. And hopefully the way I've built the scenarios, it's a little more hands off. So hopefully this isn't going to be your problem. You're not going to have this because you're going to have an RF module attached and you're going to link up. So here are the four scenarios. I know right now one of them says neck injury from football, but that's the fall from the ladder. So why don't we go ahead and start with the burns from the structure fire or from cooking. We'll go ahead and load the scenario, and then I'll show you how I've set this up. So here he burns from structure fire. This is the 50-year-old male who has second-degree burns on both his forearms and his abdomen. The rest of the details and the information that you have you're going to find that on the scenario sheet itself, the one that you're going to be filling out for the candidate. What you're going to see here, all you're going to have to do is just click play. So I'll go ahead and do that now. There's just this green bar here. This just kind of resets the mannequin, make sure that there's no aberrant settings that are from the previous scenario, and just kind of zeroes them out. Then this is going to be your starting vital signs. So if you look on your sheet, it says initial vital signs. This should match over here what your initial vital signs are in the scenario. What it's going to do is it's then just going to stay in that state for 2 minutes. It's going to stay in that state for 2 minutes and allow you to go through the scenario with the candidate, the back and forth for your primary assessment and some of those initial communications back and forth that you're going to have with them for your scene size up and scene safety issues, whatever is going to be there. So that's going to be 2 minutes. If for some reason you're having an issue with the patient or with the candidate, and you need more time, you can simply either pause the scenario here. You can just pause it, or you can stop it and just restart it if you need to. What you're going to see down here or actually, let's go back up here. You're going to have the initial presentation, and then it's going to stay in that state for 2 minutes. And that 2 minutes, if you ever need to know where you are in that 2 minutes, this is the countdown. All right, so let me go back to it's playing. So it's counting down from 2 minutes. So there's a little bar going across. It's not really huge, but that is what that'll show you where you are in this 2 minute wait cycle right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor going across there. But once that 2 minutes has expired, it's going to start to deteriorate. The patient, the mannequin will, and it's going to take 1 minute, and over the course of 1 minute, it's going to deteriorate to the deteriorating vital signs. Right below the initial vital signs, you'll see the vital signs that some of them are printed in red, the vital signs that are all labeled without treatment. So over the course of 1 minute, they're going to kind of transgress to those. It's not going to be a black and white switch. It just kind of switches over 2 minutes, which if the candidate's monitoring the patient, they're going to be able to see those changes over that course of 1 minute. Once that 1 minute expires, the mannequin will be in those vital signs as best as that mannequin can. They'll stay in that state until you go over here and click this button. There's not all the checklist buttons for the A, B, C, D, E, proper treatment. This is merely going to be what we're looking for the candidate to do, whether it's applying the tourniquet or oxygen, and then you can just click this button here, and it's going to move the patient down into this second node here, which is going to be the improved patient vital signs. So whenever the candidate applies the proper tourniquet or treatment, the proper treatment, whether that's a tourniquet or whatever it is, they don't have to deteriorate. They're going to move to this, and it's just going to kind of, again, over the course of about a minute, it's going to transition into those improved vital signs. And then the only other thing you have to do is click end. And that will end the scenario. If you don't click end, I don't know, you can click stop and then start a new thing. But it's easy just to click end right here, and that will end the scenario right here. And you don't have to worry about all the clicks of interventions that you are trying to check off on the sheet itself. So really, this is kind of just set up to control the mannequin and not necessarily set up the, some sort of, A, B, C, D, E, or X, A, B, C, D, E, or all the specific interventions on this, because they're all going to be on the sheet itself. Really quick, all the other ones are set up the same. I'm going to load this one. Again, proper treatment. This is just going to move from the 3 different sets of vital signs that we have. So they're all kind of in that same pattern, that same setup, to where if for some reason there's only one person that's running this testing scenario, the testing station, all you have to do is just reach over, click the button, and you can then engage the candidate and utilize the sheet that you have in front of you that has all the specific information for that scenario. Hopefully this helps you out for this a little bit different kind of way we're going to have these scenarios. And if you've already taught CME or you're going to be teaching CME, you'll see some of the same type of scenarios and the way they're being built. If you have any questions, please always feel free to reach out and give me a shout. Thanks.